Hello, my viewers. It's me, Psychic Violetta, and I would like to introduce you, Naina. I was always pronouncing her name the wrong way. I was thinking that it's Nina's, so it's Naina's Corner Tarot. Please
Yes.
tell us something about you. We met how long ago? In my store you came in?
Probably like 2 years ago.
2 years?
Because yeah.
You didn't
It was
have
during,
you were not doing your YouTube channel that time.
no, it was before that. And I used to see you on YouTube, and my husband and I were driving through Red Deer where your store was, and we went in. It was just like meeting a celebrity. Because you see somebody and it's like, oh my God, they're real, they're sitting there. So yeah, that's how we met. And I've been doing it for 30 years. And it's only like in the last 4 or 5 years, I told people I was doing it because it was, I had my Catholic guilt, and, I didn't know how people, because it wasn't acceptable. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just hush.
My mother had a really tough time calling me psychic.
Yeah, I don't call myself psychic because it's just like, I got my guides, I got my everything, but it's like, I'm too scared to use any of the terminology because I guess I grew up in the 80s with all the, call me now, they're all the crazy psychics, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I didn't, now in Poland, there was only gypsies.
Yeah.
That was something, and I have a gypsy in my blood, and no one in the family wants to admit that. Our great-grandmother was a gypsy, but no one wants to say that.
I'm telling you, listening to my husband and his mom and talking to you, it's like, I feel like my mother-in-law is close by because the accent and everything.
Yes. Yeah. Naina's husband was born in Poland, and he was 14 when he came to Canada. And I met you, both of you were always coming 2 times, and I met two times in my store. So it was wonderful. Oh, look what the cards fall down. This one, talking about trauma. And we have to start talking about what's going on in this crazy world. The world was crazy when Trump was in power, but
I know
Putin is in power, it's even more crazier.
I have to tell you, I'm always feeling close to tears because I can't help it. I start thinking about the people being displaced. And then you're hearing about the racism that's happening with the people being displaced. So like, not only are you being displaced, now there's this 2-tier system. If you're white, you go here. If you're dark, then you've got to wait. Like, is that like, how is this the world right now? Like, it just doesn't it breaks my heart. I feel so naive.
Yeah, I came with 2 suitcases, no more. And the bills to pay for our travel.
Yeah.
Actually, my travel, my husband paid, but for his travel, we had to pay $2,400 back to his family, and we did. But life is not easy when you start from zero.
Yeah.
Mattress on the floor, and 3 of us were sleeping on that mattress. Life was beautiful because we had apartment and we were free in Canada. That's what counts. And I understand those people.
Yeah.
And I think that Putin doesn't understand that his people wants to have a freedom of traveling. Ukrainian had that freedom for so long. So many Ukrainians came to Canada, and there is so many huge population, even in Red Deer.
Yeah.
Putin don't understand that desire of feeling free. I was lucky in Poland that I was able to travel. When you have that, to take that away from you, it's so many people in Russia, young people, they want to travel. Nothing else. They want to feel that they are part of the world. Putin has no clue about that.
And the scary part about Putin is that he's 69 or 70 now. And I'm after watching documentaries on him, and they said that when he was going into the KGB, The thing that they were worried about is that he had a lack of fear, that he did things that even the KGB were like, why would you do that? And they saw that as a negative towards him. So now you're looking at a man who's lived his life, that's feeling pressure, who's at the end, you know, he's at that 70 age where it's like, do or die, go for it. I worry about him, if you know what I'm saying. I think he should be very, very worried. I think that he thought he was going to rush in, do this, get out. He didn't expect the Ukrainian people, not everybody else, the Ukrainian people to stand up and say no.
He's Goliath. He's Goliath, and David. Yeah. And David supposed to be, you know, but the people are fighting. They are fighting, and Zelensky.
Does that mean that like Russian soldiers and stuff, like they're not wanting it? Like, is there an undertow? Because it feels like there's something going on. There's something that we don't know. It's like something's bubbling. Like, gonna, you know, this could be over tomorrow. Or do you know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah. I don't feel like Russia.
I prepare this question for you, and then you will ask me question.
Okay. Yeah.
And Putin was in the power since 2000 and 2008. His legacy after 8 years, he couldn't make himself another one. So he chose Dmitry Medvedev.
Okay, yeah.
And he was just a puppet for 4 years. Then Putin took power again. In 2012, he's 9 years and 295 days. This year, election year is coming. He wants to achieve so much in Ukraine, and he thought that will give him power again to be re-elected.
Yes.
He wrote, he wrote a referendum to the Russian constitution that he can amendment to the constitution to allow him to run for office from 2024, end of this year, to 2030, 6 more years.
Yeah.
And a court approved that. They approved to 2036. So that's the goal. I have a question. Would people be able to not re-elect him?
Okay.
We have to have some hope. And I want you to, it's not easy question, but we are not here to give you easy answers. It has to be something that no one else is talking about.
Okay. Because I mean, the fact is that Putin, in his glory days, if you went against him, you disappeared, or, you know, and it didn't matter where you were in the world, you would just disappear. Like, he's ruthless when it comes to power. That's the scary part with Putin. Okay. The election. I'm actually shaking. Election. Wheel of Fortune reversed. So there's going to be a change. I'm telling you, I really believe, because when you were talking about the young Russian people wanting a different life, they really do. And this is a time of a reset. This is a time of everybody, whether you're in Canada, US, Russia, Ukraine, anywhere, Poland, everybody is like, there's this huge life change that's happening on a world scale. And this is happening. Like, Putin, I don't think Putin realized the amount of damage this is actually going to do for him when it comes to his reelection. So this is not looking good. Well, okay, let me qualify that. It's not looking good for Putin. That could mean that maybe the talks that are going to happen with Putin will go through and they'll have some kind of resolve, or they'll, you know.
It's the wild card. Wheel of Fortune. It is
right?
upside down, inside out. It's always kind of wild card. So it's not
like it's destined to happen. It's history in the making. We're here for it. Going across it, 4 of Wands. So we've got, I'm telling you, that is the young, that is the youth, the change. People, this is like groups. This is like everybody wants to change, and they're going to have support, although it's not as strong a support that they would like, if that makes sense. But there's support there. After this, there's going to be strength given to the people. After this scenario, there's going to be strength to the people. The rules and regulations are underneath it. The emotions are strong. Ace of, a lot of beginnings here. Because I mean, you got the Wheel of Fortune. Now you got aces, the beginning of change, the beginning of, you know, and here's Putin, Fred Flintstone, just saying no, because he wants to, you know, live out this fantasy in his head that is just as strong as our reality, because that's where his head is. There's going to be an offering, arguing, fighting. This is, you know, it's not going to go easy. Okay, let's just, another ace out, Ace of Swords. And the sword is going through the crown. So will Putin be around? That's all I'm just going to just put there, because this is from the outside, people from the outside coming in. The hope, everybody's hopeful. They want for unity. People don't want war at this time. People are scared, and it's not scared to run away. They're scared to say, no, darn it, I'm standing up and I'm going to take my place. Ooh, he's going to have a really hard time. And I don't know if he's going to be hurt, or he's not going to come to the table with his strength, not his Putin strength. He's going to be defending himself. He's coming weaker to the table. Come on now.
That might come out to hurt his opinion about him from people.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he is going to do his most, because he really is the devil incarnated. He truly is. We have no idea how bad this man is, but I got my King of Cups, and oftentimes that could be the US, Biden, maybe kind of doing more under that we can't see. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, not good timing. Not good timing for him. I'm worried about his health, his overall health. No, but I'm trying to say it in a really nice way.
So please ask me a question.
Okay, I have to ask this. For Poland, now they're going to be they've taken in a lot of migrants. Obviously going to be taking, you know, having to deal with a lot of displaced people, a lot of issues, and they don't, you know, this is on their border. Is there any chance that this could push into Poland? Is this something that's going to be Ukraine swift, or is this possible Poland? Because they keep talking about, you know, everybody keeps saying he's going to go, you know, here, there, take over Norway. But, you know, talking to family at home, there's planes going over. There's people coming into the border. I mean, this is a lot.
War, next door war. So your question is how the situation in Poland will be.
Yes.
3 cards. Yes. Can you count for
yes, I can.
2, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I see a dark and white. So even in Poland, Polish people will be afraid. There will be kind of divisiveness. And it will be, and I saw this for beating yolks, you know, that when you want to make with for beating, you know, that spiral there. Yeah. So there is a lot of beatings that Polish people will get. And by today, 200,000 people already crossed the border. I can't, I'm crying to my husband's shoulder on and off. Whatever I see, like today, I saw a cat on a lady's red jacket. All the lady, she's walking like that, and the cat is sitting on her. It's no, those pictures are connected with me. I was saying goodbye to my family.
Yeah.
We didn't have any animals that time, but you know, you have to understand what those people are giving up, and they can't even take 2 suitcases as I was able to take for each
Yeah.
of us, because I was
Yeah.
trying not too much to start a new life without money. And my
Yeah.
husband got only 20 pounds when he came here. So it $20. So it was, you know, nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I understand how hard it is to start from zero. You go from garage sale to garage sale. In Poland, they don't do that. There are no garage sales. If people can donate to the churches, that's great, because that will be the place that they will be getting food for the children, for babies, like Milupa, or you know, some little cans. They need that.
Yeah.
Poland, there was a lot of Ukrainian people in Poland. Kiev was Polish town before the war. And they told Polish people, move out. And most of them end up in my city, Wrocław, because that was German part, and that was pushed, the borders was pushed away. So there is a quarter of citizens in Kiev, from Lvov, sorry, not Kiev. Lvov was Polish city, I'm sorry. Lvov. Most Polish people in my town was speaking with that accent, that sweet. You could right away know that they speak Polish, but they have that kind of very sweet accent.
Yeah.
So it was something that my ex-boyfriend's family was from there. My father is from Belarus. His mother was from Belarus. So we know what was behind. We will accept those people, those immigrants, because we were, most people were, I don't, because I was born after the war quite a few years, but still I grew up with that mentality.
Stories, the history. Oh yeah.
Yes, there will be, Polish people will be afraid that they might be the next who will be the casualties. The war might spread. All those things will come, and you know, Poland will be the center of hate for Putin.
Yeah.
Now they will share everything with the Ukrainian. They will let them to come from the dark to light, coming out of cave, and they are coming. Could you imagine to be single woman with a children and not, your husband is staying on one side because he is now pulled to the army.
Yes, I know. I was watching.
And the husband will drive. How much drama, how much broken hearts are there. Those people, the men are driving them to the border. Some women don't even know how to drive.
Yeah.
So they are taking the cars back to Ukraine, and the women, they were saying yesterday, one woman was walking with kids 30 kilometers, another 50 miles. I can't even imagine to walk that in the cold weather. And then on the border, they are waiting. It's worse than anything else we can imagine. And then there is not enough shelter to accumulate that many people.
And the weather, I mean, it's
very cold.
Very cold.
And this part of Poland is not, it's farmers oriented, not big cities.
Yeah, yeah.
So they can't stay there, they will be going more into the center. It will be really bad. And I call my family, everyone is sitting on pin and needles thinking,
Yeah.
what might be the next ones? And what
Yeah.
then?
That's what we're getting. That's the same thing we're hearing, just fair. Plain fair.
Okay, ask me a question.
Okay. Will NATO invite Ukraine into their fold?
The fold? What do you mean? Under the protecting them?
Yeah. Will NATO invite Ukraine to become part of NATO?
3 cards.
1, 2, 3.
It looks like a shark's teeth. That's not good vision.
No.
It's not. And they were offered to go to NATO, I think, before 2014. But this Yanukovych, who ran to Russia eventually because people rebel against him,
Yes.
he told the NATO he doesn't want to be part of NATO because he was a Putin's puppet.
Yeah.
So it is that they will get some support, financial support for sure.
Mhm.
Eventually, they will be invited for the marriage. So it will be beginning of new adventure, starting something new, and they will get love. But I don't know if there will be a country to look at, because if Putin will take that we might be looking quite a few years ahead from now.
Yeah.
At least, Litva, Latvia, and Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, they are part of NATO. So
Yes.
they will get support and protection.
Yeah.
How much protection?
I'm impressed with Germany that they have stepped up because
And now
Putin had their natural gas by the tail, and yet they sent some.
But they are still getting the gas.
Oh yes, I know they're getting it through number 1, but at least they are sending more than just the helmets. They've sent some,
They okay.
I'm just saying, wow on them, because I wasn't expecting them to be so generous.
Okay.
I really
Now
wasn't.
I have a question for you. Russia lost access to SWIFT. That's the banking system that it's letting them to be part of international banking system.
Yeah.
And that's a big punishment for some banks, not all the banks. Can you tell your income how it, inside how it will be, if it will really affect Russia? I know that when they did that to Iran, Iranian value went 10% down, but they still survive.
Yeah. Page of Swords. Swift movement. I almost feel like Putin's already pre-planned for this. This is something that's, almost like he took action prior to, took money out. Like we're not dealing with a stupid man here. I mean, it's just, the Empress. So this is the rest of us trying to push and put the sanctions on him. It's there, we're doing, it's being done, and it's going to become more. They're just going to keep peddling it off. Ooh, I'm surprised. Russia is going to feel these. I'm surprised. Something more is going to come out. Obviously, something more is going to come out. Oh, okay. 10 of Swords. Putin has to be really careful. Okay, you know what? Let's just, what I'm saying.
I will watch my back if I were him. Shaky tower. I knew it.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm just gonna pull. We've got the Knight of Cups. Ooh. There's information being, you know, when we were saying earlier, and I said, there's something being planned here. There's something that we don't know. There's something we don't know. Oh my God. The people around, they're doing something. There's something going on behind the scenes that we're not even aware of. Trying to figure it out. That's the problem. You've got people that are pushing for yay but there are people that are pushing for nay. Putin does have his people that, you know, are for him, if that makes sense. They're going to be, I'm telling you, there's a plan. There's something being planned. They're looking at the details. They're trying to get, like, because they don't want this to, they don't want to miss their mark, is all I'm going to say. I'm just going to be really, but I'm just, you know, what can I?
Yeah, that's a really bad cards for him.
Really bad cards.
For Russia.
Yeah.
I feel that you were correct, that Putin prepared himself for that event. I believe that that was the reason they discussed. We don't know who really made the Bitcoin. So this is the currency that he maybe have everything of his asset into it.
Yeah, because they're really playing, what is that, the bits, the, oh God, the money they use now.
Ruble. Ruble in Russia.
Yeah, but they're using the electronic. He's got a lot of
the Bitcoin and other
yeah, exactly,
currencies that they are doing this, and so blah 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 currency.
Yeah.
But I think that was that's the reason Putin is not afraid of it, because I saw him. You can play on my teeth, but I believe that he will be. His oligarchs will be really upset with him. Oh, your dog is so quiet, and mine was, Tracy had to let go my dog because she probably saw a square outside. Beautiful puppy. Okay. So do you have one more question for me? Because we are close to our time.
Okay.
On Zoom,
I will ask.
Too much time.
It's been fantastic. I've enjoyed this so much.
If you have one more short question.
I have one more question I'm going to ask. With everything that's happening right now, is there any chance that we're going to see anything happening in the Western world? Is there going to be any actions taken against us? Is there any surprises? Because Trump was a friend to Putin. Trump is out there going, oh, Putin has a right. I mean, even now, I mean, okay. So anyway, does he know things? Can he hurt? Because I mean, it's wintertime. Can he hurt Texas grid? Does he know things that can cause some dismay on the Western front?
Let's count to 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
It's like you have a big painting and it's in flames from every side. Eventually, it is destruction, symbol of destruction. I think cyber attacks will be hitting us, and I'm afraid that Putin is scaring today. He said that he might go for pushing the red button.
Yes. He's definitely putting some fear out there.
So I think he is thinking about the last. He don't want to lose. He don't understand the word losing. That's the reason he was so close with Trump. I believe Trump was giving him the information, not even selling.
100%. Yep.
Surprises. So many problems. crying over broken relationship, crying over, losses. So people, that's what I'm telling people, buy candles, prepare yourself for the worst.
I swear for months I've been saying, guys, catch up on your canned food. China is stocking up their grain. You can see it. Like, go to the store and try to buy a piece of meat that can fit 4 people. Like, it's like,
buy a tins, prepare for the worst. Make someone sent me information. I will, I will touch this on my next.
Tell Tracy she needs to get some chickens.
You will
take care of us.
But there will be casualties. You see the symbol of that.
Excuse me.
Russia will be attacking, and people are still sleeping on it, not ready. And yes, there will be a lot of broken relationship, moving out. People will be unhappy, not, so yesterday I bought a big bag of rice, but I was walking through this grocery store, so many shelves were empty. We didn't have that yet.
I know.
Telling my husband, look, this is gone, and he said, why? I said, people are storaging.
And plus the supply chains got affected with all the truckers and stuff. So we're trying to play catch up.
Yeah.
So, depending on the product, and it's just, get your chickens, Tracy.
And then I have to drive 45 minutes to one way and back to just feed them. Gosh. I need life. I don't need to spend. She's showing me.
No pressure.
I will pay them. I will get even with them one day. Can we do sending the good energy to everyone over there? Because I want to pray for the peace with everyone, and if you can join us, and collectively we can send. I see a lotus flower, peace and tranquility, meditation, symbol of goodness, symbol of relaxation. I want people those people who are leaving the country. It's never easy. It's so hard, and they want to protect the kids.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to send them the best wishes and everything. It was pleasure chatting with you on the Zoom. I hope
it was amazing. I felt that was really awesome. Thank you so much. That was great.
So stay. I will just disconnect. And
nope, stop button.
Stop.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Nope, that's okay. You can hit.
Oh, recording in program. Stop.